3 points. Manchester City are still alive here. Balotelli, Aguero! I swear you'll never see anything like this ever again. So watch it, drink it in.
Good try, oh incredible! Ilkay Gundogan! Right from the start! That is stunning!
They've done it! They've done it! Manchester City have done it! Once, twice, 3 times the champion! Champions of Europe finally! History made in Istanbul! The treble complete!
History makers, for the first time ever, an English club have won 4 titles in a row.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Typical City Watchalong, this time Fulham. Following the Liverpool win, we got to do this, man. We've absolutely got to do this tonight. It's a given. It's an absolute Shea given. 100% this is a win for me. I'm convinced we're going to win today. I'm not sure everyone is as convinced as me because I understand why. Because we've been let down on many, many occasions. Over not just this season, I'm going all the way back to last season, of course, as well, where we've been given these moments like the Liverpool win. But those results where we'd been given hope were much earlier in this season. They were earlier in the previous season. When we started to find our form at the end of last season, I felt like we were genuinely on the right path. There was something there that we could grab onto as a City fan. It was better. And something about this win makes me feel the same. The only way we'll know is by beating Fulham today. And I want that will be caveated with a performance as well. Because if we can fill it with a good performance, 3 points is all I really want. I just want the 3 points, man. That's all I really want. But if we can cap it off with a top tier performance as well, the confidence that these players are going to get from that, knowing that we're now 3 points behind Arsenal if we beat Fulham, and the pressure that will be on Arsenal will be unbelievable, man. And I'm so up for this. I'm so up for this title race now, and that it's mad how that one result has just changed everything, changed so many factors in going forward now, and I genuinely believe now. I genuinely do believe. I've felt like almost all season it's felt like it's hard to really see us overtaking this Arsenal side, and I still think we're depending on favours. I still think Arsenal are the better side out of the two over the course of the start of the season to this present moment. Arsenal have been better. I'm just waiting to see this performance from City to really plant my flag. I'm looking to plant a flag in the next 2 days, and then obviously depending on our result, I want to watch the Brentford and the Arsenal game and see how that goes and see how they handle that pressure, because this is real crunch time now. And I heard I can't remember who said it, but I heard an Arsenal fan saying the other day that they weren't convinced that if Arsenal were in City's position against Liverpool, the same game, the same situation, the same points behind, but roles reversed, they weren't convinced that Arsenal would be able to overturn a 1-0 deficit with, 10 minutes to go at Anfield? And I'm inclined to believe him, to be honest. Who said it, man? I can't remember who said it. It might have been on Talk Sport. I've been listening to a lot of that shit lately for some reason. Anyway, I hope you're all good. I hope you're all happy and looking after yourselves. And Douglas, yeah, I forgot. Good to see you, mate. Big up to Douglas, as always. Is not feeling confident. There's been so many false dawns in the last couple of years. I hope I'm wrong. 2-2. You've gone for 2-2. Desmond Douglas. I hope you're wrong, mate. But I get the false dawns bit. Hang on a minute. It's off. My ears are already feeling hot. So get that radiator off. Big up James. Will be there in spirit today. What, have you died? I'm only messing, mate. City will do it big time today. City win 4-0. Haaland will score a brace. We need Haaland. We're going to talk about the team news as well, because I'm sure you all are well aware that Phil Foden has found himself into the starting 11 of this game. Now, I've got some realistic thoughts and some hopeful thoughts to give you on Phil Foden. We'll talk about that in a minute. But big up to Callum. Good to see you, mate. 6-0 City. 3-1, says Sean. Good to see you, Sean. Hope you're well, mate. Same for you, Rockstar. As always, good to see you, mate. Hello, Jonny. The last game was the catalyst for us to mount a title challenge, and it's starting today. Going 4-1 City, and Haaland will be brimming with confidence and going to bag a hat-trick today. I really hope so, mate, because we need him. We need Haaland, regardless of whether he's been off form. He is that one player that, you know, you can forgive him for a bit of time because you know what he's capable of. And he did it at Anfield, albeit from the penalty spot. It was a high-pressure penalty, man. So, you know, that's why I was so, like, it took me a long time to start suggesting Haaland should be dropped. And I think most City fans were there, to be fair, at that point. You know, 2 or 3 games ago, it was a reasonable thing to think like he needs time away from the pitch just a little bit, just pull him out the firing line. And to be fair, Pep did exactly that. He did rotate him. He did. So maybe it's the exact thing he needed. And, you know, he's gone and scored at Anfield from the penalty spot. Doesn't matter. It was a high-pressure penalty and he's done the business. Alaric hoping for Haaland resurgence. Same thoughts for Alaric as well. About time for a hat-trick. Big win is needed to get that goal difference up when we catch Arsenal. I saw that comment, Rockstar, about Oscar Bob as well. Similar. I don't think I was quite as happy as I was against Liverpool, because I don't think I've exploded quite as much as I did against Liverpool, because we just never win there, man. We never win there. I don't think today's going to be quite as an emotional game, but you never know. The last time we were playing Fulham, it finished 5-4, David. David, are you watching, David? 5-4 it finished. Tell me to calm down. I think you said chill out, actually. I don't think you told me to calm down. But anyway, Thomas, come on, City, MCFC forever. We are City, Super City from Main Road. Love it, mate. I forgot about that song. It's a good song, that. Remembering our roots, man. Good to see you, Ryan. If we can get this game right, this should be the turning point. Yeah, you're right. It should be, though. It should be. That's the thing, is the fact that you said it should be, it is proof that you're not quite 100% convinced yourself in saying that it will be. I'm with you, mate. And I think a lot of City fans in the chat, they're exactly the same. It should be, but will it be? That's the big question as to whether we genuinely are going to go and mount a proper title challenge. And this could well be the first title race that we are ever genuinely in and don't win it. You know, that'll be the first time we ever have that, like, tangible, like, realistic opportunity to actually win it. Because the last 2 or 3 times we've not won it with Pep at the helm, we've been out of it by February. At this point of this season, we're like, we're done. We're like 15 points behind Liverpool. Same as we were last year. Like, we were miles behind. It was done. We weren't in a title race. Every other title race we've been in, we've won. So the fact that we're still in a title race now, you're hoping it's going to be a familiar pattern and City win it again. Can you imagine if we do? Can you imagine the scenes if we go and do it? The scenes within the Arsenal fan base. I think that's the biggest part for everybody. Even City fans. I reckon even City fans are starting to think like that. That it's more like interesting to see how they react to not winning the league than we know what it feels like. But at this point, to see an Arsenal fan base capitulate at the end of the season if we win it, honestly, I am so there for it, man. I'm so ready for it, and we will be there. We will be there. Good to see you, Phil. Hello, Jonny. Big up all City fans. Still grinning from the Anfield result, but we need to refocus now as we come into another crucial game. My head and heart say City win. 3-1. Come on, City. Good to see you, Phil. Appreciate that, mate. Pep Talks only. Hello, Jonny. A perfectly relaxing and chill game of football is awaiting us with no basketball shit in the second half. I hope. I think it's going to be. Let's see how well that goes. 3-0 City, Erling the striking Viking. Hat-trick, mate. Yeah, love it. Love it. I'll talk to as many of you as I can throughout the stream as well. But Alex dropping in an early super chat, mate. Really appreciate it. I think 3-1 for us. Haaland with 2 and Cherky for 1. I think that's my prediction, 3-1 as well, and I would go with that. Not the Cherky 1 because he's not playing, but I'd go with Haaland. I feel like Haaland's scoring tonight. I really do. I have missed other things as well. DB Vellens, welcome to the family, mate. Appreciate the support, man. Top man. Typical City legend as well. Big up to you, mate. Really, really appreciate that support. Thank you very much, mate. Really do. Ryan, big up to you, mate. Jonny, what's cracking? Buzzing still from the Liverpool game. Foden anytime goal. 3-1. Come on, Blues. Big up, Ryan, mate. You're a legend, mate. I've constantly appearing. Even in videos, you're dropping kind donations, mate. I notice, and I am so appreciative, mate. Genuinely, man. Appreciate it. And I appreciate that super chat just as much. And Foden, we'll talk about that in a minute. Micah, tell Pep to start Ryan Cherky, will you? I added that bit for a bit of colour. I added a bit of colour to your super chat. It's blue, actually. It's blue. I don't know. You don't need any colour. It's blue. It's the right colour as well. SLPN with Pep will help. I don't know what that means. Slipping with Pep will... Oh, sleeping with Pep. I'll get on it. Is that your suggestion? I'll see what I can do. I'll see if I can work my magic. Not sure he floats that way, but we'll... Anyway, don't know. That took a weird turn, that super chat. It went left, didn't it? We went left then, didn't we? Just proper went left there. Anyway, big up Micah and big up Alex again. So Stones is back in the squad. Where's Ake, by the way? No one's asking that question. Where's Ake? But yeah, Stones is back in the squad, and I think 3-1, Haaland, De Brace, and 1 for Cherky. Yeah, mate. I think you'd already said that, hadn't you? Oh, you sent it twice. Well, unfortunately, you can't get refunds. But I would give you one if I could. But I appreciate it nonetheless. Foden, starting. What are we doing? Part of me. My initial reaction was probably similar to yours. A little bit disappointed. Not so much because it is Foden, more because it isn't Ryan Cherky. That's why I'm disappointed. Why? I just don't get it. Now, I thought why, and I stopped and thought, like, why? And then I thought, imagine if Foden plays well today. Imagine if he plays well, let's say he scores a goal, maybe even 2, okay? All of a sudden, we're like, wow, that's good. Foden's back. And then we've got a great problem. We've got a very welcome headache, you know? So maybe perhaps, like, I've seen some in training. I've had conversations with Phil that you in the chat, me sitting here, we are not privy to the certain conversations that must be taking place during training. And maybe something's been said, a conversation, because I remember the way Foden celebrated I think he was celebrating the 3rd goal, which unbelievably got ruled out at Anfield. But he was hugging Pep, so you could tell it meant something to him. Obviously, he is a City fan. We can't forget that. But he hasn't been playing well. On form, he does not deserve to start this game. So there must be something in training. There must be. Because Ryan Cherky came on and arguably had a goal robbed off him. He didn't play brilliantly, but he was hardly given a big window of time to play brilliantly in, did he? He was on the pitch for like 10 minutes, 20 at most. So, yeah, to suggest that that's not good enough, it's your turn now. I don't think it should work like that, in all honesty, unless something has been said or performances in training, a certain level of determination from Foden has been happening in training, and perhaps, like, go for it, mate. Yeah, I think you deserve your spot from what I've seen in training. Great. That's buzzing. So if he delivers today, then we're in a really strong position, squad-wise and selection-wise, for Pep Guardiola. If Foden delivers, it's like, well, what do we do? Obviously, Salford's like, just rotate, just play it proper, like, minute management is what we need against Salford. But after that, it's Newcastle, isn't it? Newcastle, the 8 o'clock kickoff, I think. Next Saturday, the Saturday after. So that game becomes like, well, do you start Foden? He played really well against Fulham, Cherky, we know what he's capable of, and then we've got this like, what do we do? And I prefer that situation where we look at the bench and go, well, he could play, he could easily start. We've got it a little bit now with Reinders for me. I feel like Reinders is there, he's like, he's up for debate every game. Reinders, he could play. He could easily have played this game today and dropped Nico O'Reilly left back potentially and put Reinders in Nico O'Reilly's role today. But Ryan Aït-Nouri deserves to play. I thought he had a reasonably good game against Liverpool. So there's those players that we can keep putting in. And if you add Foden to that list, we've got Marmoush as well in the same boat, saying, well, I think Marmoush should have started today ahead of Semenyo. I bet a lot of you are thinking Semenyo should have started ahead of Marmoush. I bet there's the fact that we have these conversations and debates about players that can come in and out can only be a good thing. And we are technically, and what I'm saying is Pep's attempting to play Foden into form, to get him onto the pitch, to give him the confidence, to get him some goals, maybe an assist or two. That would be nice. And then we move forward with a Phil Foden that we can legitimately debate over whether he deserves a spot in the starting 11. And that can only be a good thing going into a title race. Some might say you need your starting 11 to be fixed and cemented in place, and it's set in stone that 11 is the 11 that we go with pretty much every game. Maybe we start doing that towards the end of the season. We technically did that in the treble-winning season where it started to become the pretty similar 11 for the final 10 games of the season. It was pretty guaranteed. Maybe Grealish and Bernardo Silva was a little bit of rotation out there occasionally. But yeah, you want that problem. You want Foden to be on form, and maybe that's what Pep's doing, but I'm not convinced it's the right decision as of right now from what I've seen, and I imagine you're in the same boat because we haven't seen enough from Foden yet. Nowhere near enough. We need to see a hell of a lot more from Phil Foden. Micah, what if Phil Foden, I love your abbreviations, man, I have to proper think. I thought that was a sun cream. I thought he was Factor 47 you were talking about there for a minute. I was like, what is sun cream? But Phil Foden, 47, has a bad game just running around. Well, yeah, then you get him off. The experiment was a complete and utter failure. And Pep wants shooting. He wants taking around the back of the abattoir and shooting. Because what has Phil Foden done on the pitch for the fans to see to warrant a place in the starting 11? I don't think he has. He's not done anything for the fans, and I can see why the fans would disagree with the selection. Me too, I disagree. I don't think Foden should be starting this game. But if he plays well, then Pep's a genius. He's added a player into form, and we're laughing. We'll see. We'll see at the end of the game. We'll see. Marie, good to see. I haven't seen you in ages, Marie. Good to see you. Good to see you. You're still a mod as well. Please, everyone, smash that like button. Sub for amazing City content. Big up, Marie. It's been a long time. I haven't seen you in ages. Hope you're well. Hope you're looking after yourself. Good to see you as well, Hannah. My Swifty brain is eating up these abbreviations. Yeah, I struggle, man. I text in full English, by the way. I'm one of them. I text in full English. So when I see you guys abbreviating, I'm like, what? I'm shit with it, man. I'm rubbish with like I used to text like text lingo, but I was like you with a U and BRB, you know what I mean? Like be right back. All that shit. That was my limits. And then I was like, I'm spending more time abbreviating because the autocorrect was just like, I don't like, that's not a word. So the autocorrect was just like, fuck off, that's not a word. And I was like, fucking trying to send a message. I was just like, just write a normal message and it works. It works. Anyway, yeah, 100%. I'm an unk. Call me an unk. Good question. It's got to be the 11-12 season. The first Premier League title kit. The Aguero moment kit for me. Because that's the one that had the sound wave. Not everyone knew that. That little like white dots that are going up and down it is like the sound wave to Blue Moon if it was recorded on in a recording device, which I thought was cool. Really loved that. Yeah, that's my favourite kit. Away kit though, I do like the red and black. And that was the same year. So that was like an absolute banging year for kits, that, wasn't it? That was the red and black. It was that year, wasn't it? Yeah, it was that year. Because that reminds me of 5-1 away at Spurs. Was it 5-1 or 5-0? And Edin Dzeko scored 4. Do you remember did he score 4? Did he score 4? I think he scored 4. I remember he scored the 5th, and it was with a left foot What a goal that was, by the way. And the header before it as well. Do you remember that? Does anyone remember that game at the start of the Premier League winning season of 11-12, away at Spurs, red and black kit, Dzeko with a header to make it 1-0. Unbelievable header. Unbelievable. And then Dzeko with a left foot top corner, man. What a goal that was. That was unbelievable goal, man. I'll never forget that. Yeah, buzzing. I love, like, retro City kits. Like, this is what I'm wearing today. Throat's still not great, you know. Can you hear it? I'm still ill. It's pissing me off. Big up, Francisco. Appreciate the support, mate. Thank you very much. Appreciate the kind words. Players are out. And Spurs, speaking of, yeah. Thomas the Frank engine is gone. Can't say I'm surprised. Again, is that a little thing? Is that a little detail in a title race? Because who do they play next? Arsenal. Now, am I getting a bit carried away here about the idea of Spurs actually doing something against Arsenal? It's hard to say because a new manager does mad things when they first arrive. Look at Carrick. Look at United now. You know what I mean? So many times this happens. Liam Rosenior comes in. Chelsea are good again. You know, Carrick comes in. United are good again. You know what I mean? It won't last. It's already started to show problems for both of those names I just mentioned. Both of them. So that was inevitable, wasn't it? Fucking West Ham. And then that, what's he called? The United Strand with his hair, like, just full of hair. And his reaction, did everyone watch that? His reaction to the West Ham goal and then the fact that they didn't win. And he was just like that. But inside, he was doing what I've been doing the last few days. Doing that. Because he's still relevant now, isn't he? I was watching the curling before this. Was anyone watching the curling before this was on TNT Sports 4? The curling. I was doing this. I was like, go on, lad. Should we do a curling watch-along next time? Like, we'll just do this the whole watch-along. Like, come on, lad. Yeah, he's knocked it out of the way. Fucking give it someone on your fucking... Curling, mate. It's something about it, man. There's something about curling. I love watching it. It's good, isn't it? Anyway, United Strand guy, I think he's like a millionaire. That's funny. Players are out, and I've not sorted the clock out. Where's the clock? There's the clock. Quick. Before I start clicking on the wrong shit. Right, there we go. Left that late. Harry Wilson is one to watch out for. I've not even read the team out. Totally unprofessional. It's 4-3-3 on my graphic, by the way, the City formation. It's not really 4-3-3. It's hard to do Pep's formations. They don't fit. 4-2-2 just doesn't fit, trust me, unless I make the players really small. And they're already too small, in my opinion. I'd like to make them bigger. There just isn't enough space. Otherwise, it's just like my little face will just be like peering through graphics. But yeah, it's not 4-3-3 that really, is it? It's more like Bernardo Silva and Rodri, they're going to be sitting. Semenyu's probably going to be a bit more advanced on the right. No, he's going to be up front with Haaland, sorry. And then it's going to be Foden a little bit. Oh, shit, clock. Game's about to start. And it has started. Fulham kick us off. Should we turn it off and put the curling back on? Let's put the curling back on. No, I'm joking. Also, like Marie said, I've still not learned, Marie. You haven't been here for ages and I've still not learned. I still forget. Every stream I forget. I had a good spell. I had about a 3-week spell where I was like, I'm really remembering to ask for likes. Always forget. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new. Interested in becoming a member, that really is massive support for the channel, that is, and would be hugely appreciated. You can do that by clicking on the link. You get access to emojis that you can use in the chat, like my face and Pep and other City players, and yeah, bobbling around in the middle at the minute. But yeah, it looks very similar so far to what we saw against Liverpool. It's the same formation, except Semenyu's taken Marmoush's spot and Foden's taken Semenyu's spot. Now, you know, a Foden on form, that's exactly where Foden wants to be. You know, just inside. Not quite out wide on the right, you know, just a little bit tucked inside. I think that's where, you know, Cherki should have played against Liverpool. I think Cherki should play in this game, in all honesty. But Foden, that's a more suited position to Foden compared to Semenyo, is the point I'm making. Because Semenyo doesn't want to be deep. He wants to be where he is now, right in the middle of the box. City knocking it around, looking confident on the ball as well. Bernardo Silva whips one in. Cleared. Didn't need to be. Could have left that and let it roll out for a corner, but wasn't a bad ball from Bernardo. Big up, Micah. Thanks for the super chat, mate. I always think of you when United is mentioned. That's like incredibly offensive. Like, I had mates. When I went to high school, I'll finish your super chat first. Shower of shit. That's why I should have finished it, really, shouldn't I? Even thought my wife to call her boss that when he's too bossy. What a shower of shit. Yeah. Yeah. You should tell your wife to do it. It definitely won't get her sacked either. It's like, you need to do this. Get your work done. Piss off, you shower of shit. Imagine his face. Imagine his face. Anyway, Nunes is offside. Yeah, when the fact that you think of me when you think of United, that bugs me. Because when I was in high school, the year above used to call me City. And I mean, they thought it was an insult. Back then, we were like really bad, and we were losing to like Stockport County and things like that. So we were really bad back then. But they called me City, and that was it. And I was like, that's like the greatest compliment ever. Like, and they thought they were insulting me, but yeah. And they were all, some of them were Stockport County fans, and they've got season tickets at City now. Do you know what I mean? Embarrassing. I remember. Do you know what? They're actually everywhere, though. That's the thing. Do you not think it's becoming a problem? I know you like to pick on City, and everyone likes to pick on City when it comes to empty seats. And I mean, it's obviously incorrect that we don't have fans. That's obviously incorrect. If you look at the numbers, we're one of the most well-supported football clubs, not just in England, in the world, in reality. And whether it be in the stadium or not, we're the most watched. In the treble season, we beat, in terms of TV viewing rights, we beat every club in the world. We broke records. Probably a large number of those views were people hoping we'd lose, but that's not the point. People want to watch City. The problem for me is this is an epidemic that's growing within the Premier League, and I think the Premier League are now starting to, you know, there's Premier League games across the country now that have empty seats. Premier League games, not Salford, which will be like half empty because it's Salford in the FA Cup. It's, you know, a night match. It's on TV, and people, you know, they're turning their nose up to the amount of money that it costs to go to these games. And they're pricing out the local, the average working man can't afford to go to games anymore. And it's not just City, it's across the country, sadly. So the Premier League are going to have to wise up, because that £30 away ticket cap, I think it's still at £30 for an away ticket in the Premier League. It's 30 quid, but that doesn't take into consideration the fact that where if you're going down to London, well, that's a minimum of 100 quid just to get there, whether it be car or train. And then you've got food and like bits and bobs that you're going to buy. There's another 30, 40 quid you're going to probably spend. You're looking at a 200 quid day out, you know, for an away day. But the home fans are getting absolutely bummed by the Premier League, to be honest. That's gone out. Bad ball, that. So, yeah, it's an ongoing problem across the country, unfortunately. And you only need to tune into a few other Premier League games. There's quite a few grounds that have got empty seats. But yeah, there is a few ones there today at the Etihad, which is a real shame, I must admit, because I think we need them today. But so far, 6 minutes in, City have controlled the ball, haven't really created anything with it. But we've definitely looked the more in-control side. For the first time in the game so far, Fulham have got an opportunity to try and bring it forward. They've given it away, though. Foden's got it into Haaland. Haaland on the edge of the area. Shot is blocked. Could have been a bit quicker. Needs to be sharper there. Foden was sharp. Got it into Haaland. Then he just took far too long to get his shot away or make a decision as to whether to pass it or get his shot away. I think he thought about passing it, but then by the time he pulls the trigger, it's too late and he's closed down. But better than anything we've seen so far, that. Foden to whip it in. That's unbelievably, what a deep corner that could still prove beneficial. I don't think he meant for it to be that deep. That was so loopy, that. And we've seen him do this before. If you remember the Cherky goal, who was that against? Was it away at Forest, that game I'm thinking of? The winner from Cherky. Foden's corner to Vardiol. Vardiol knobs. That's end the stream. End the stream right there. It's not going to get better than that. It's not going to get better than that. That's as good as it gets. Foden! Over the bar! Deflected over the bar. Corner ball. The first effort actually looked like it was flying to the top corner. I'd love to see a Foden goal. I really would like to see him get back to his best, man. But yeah, when Vardiol knobbed it back to Cherky. Just... Oh. Another corner. Foden to take it. In swinger. Diaz. It's cleared to the edge of the area. Rodri. Oh, it's out for a throw-in. It was that bad it went out for a throw-in. The most humiliating shot is when it goes out for a throw-in. Doesn't even go out for a goal kick. And it's actually good because it keeps them pinned in. Rodri was like, over there, everybody, let's get him in that corner. But yeah, that was pretty poop. It's just me, Jack. Big up to you, mate. Thanks very much for the support, man. Typical City supporter you've become. Legend, mate. Thank you very much. Top man. But yeah, waiting for Fulham to have an attack. We haven't seen it yet, but mark my words, unless they're having a bad day, I actually think they're very good at attacking. They might not do it today, but I do think when they come forward, they can be pretty dangerous. They often let themselves down in the final third, but their build-up play and some of the movement that they have to get there and often in there is very good. It's always like, oh, you're so close to like doing something like really good, Fulham. And I think Marco Silva's a top-class manager, I really do. He's just not got anywhere near the players that, you know, he often goes up against in the Premier League, but he gets the players that he does have playing to his tune very well. Very well. Ball to the byline. Nunes, across, Semenyo, Foden, chops it, Foden. Oh, it's saved. Oh, it's just like waiting for him to pull the trigger, and he eventually does, but he just doesn't put it in the corner. You're thinking hit it first time there, Foden. It looked like Sessegnon was getting across, and then he chopped it back onto his right foot. He's only about 10 yards out at this point, and Foden tries to pass it with his right foot. And Bernd Leno just drops and blocks it with his left arm. Should have been 1-0. Should have been 1-0. Big opportunity that, but more will come, surely. More will follow. Yeah, I was thinking that. But yeah, we're controlling the game at the minute. 10 minutes in, and we look like we've carried over some confidence, but it's the full 90 minutes, isn't it? This 45-minute stuff We've done this plenty of times this season where we've looked like this in the first 10 minutes of the game, and by the end of the game we're wondering what the bloody hell just happened. But here's Núñez! Oh, it's saved by Bernd Leno again! To be honest, I don't know how Núñez isn't squaring that to Haaland unless he mishits it. It's offside anyway, so wouldn't have counted. Now, he's miles offside, but ball from Rodri. That was classic Rodri, that was. How many times did we see Rodri do that to Walker? That little ball was always on when Kyle Walker was playing. Now we've got Núñez doing the same role. It is on. He's just got to hold his run. But then when it lands to Núñez, he's got to be trying to cut that square to Haaland. Unless he's tried to do that and just sliced it and it ended up being a shot on target. If he's intended to shoot, man, he shouldn't be shooting there. He should be squaring that to Haaland. It's a nice little cushion pass there. Offside anyway, doesn't matter. That's a push. Who's the ref? Who's the ref? Is that Anthony Taylor or is that Simon Hooper? Simon Pooper. Straight out of primary school. I would definitely make 8-year-olds like piss themselves, man. I've got that humour, man. Needs to grow up a bit, don't I? Fucking Simon Pooper. It is Simon Hooper, isn't it? Because he's the bellend that did that whole Spurs Grealish thing. Grealish was through, trying to go right through the middle of Fulham. Foden and O'Reilly, no, it was actually O'Reilly and Bernardo Silva. Between the two of them, couldn't squeeze through the impossibly tight gaps they were trying to squeeze through. And that's the risk you play when you go through the middle of a team like this, that it's never going to be easy. But Pep's system sort of demands to go through the middle, doesn't it? With very little width. Unless the fullbacks start coming forward, we do not have wingers anymore. They've just gone. And I kind of like that. I kind of like it. I think it's something he's been working on all season as well. In different variations, but the point being is go through the middle, isn't it? Here's Ryan Aït-Nouri trying all sorts of tricky footwork there. He's O'Reilly, he's still going. Oh, and it's bobbled its way through to Bernd Leno. But if you think about all the systems that Pep's done this season, all the formations, sloppy that, really sloppy. From Chukwueze. O'Reilly's shot is awful, over the bar by a long way. Just realised no one has said first half FC. They will at some point. Definitely. Because we're only 14 minutes in, mate. So we've been playing well. It is following the pattern of first half FC or 45-minute FC. It is first half FC, not 45 minutes, because it's the first half. 45 minutes implies it could be either half. But I'm concerned still that I think Fulham are playing very poorly right now. They've given it away numerous times in opportunities where it was just no need to give it away. And I just hope we've got our heads switched on for any sort of transitions, because Fulham can hurt you, man, going the other way. We've got to be careful of that. Semenyo dropping deep here. I'd love to speak to Pep. I really would. Ask him what has made you think going through the middle of teams is the best way. It must be certain teams, because he's not done it every game. When Savinho was fit, we did have games where Doku was playing and Savinho was playing where they both maintained width and they played like proper wingers. So it's not every game where we've tried to go through the middle of teams, but more commonly, more often than not, this season, we've abandoned wing play and allowed our fullbacks. They've been our wide players, but when they aren't coming forward, we're going through the middle of a team. And it makes me wonder why. Because that's obviously the hardest place to go. In terms of the easiest path is around teams, isn't it? Going through the middle of them is like, that's much harder. But we've got the players to do it, is what Pep must be thinking, and must trust them. Or is it Paul Tierney? Paul Tierney, it's not Simon Pooper. Yeah, I thought there was a bit timber missing there. There's definitely... Simon Hooper's a bit thicker than that. Couldn't quite tell. I don't trust any referee anymore, to be honest. Apart from Michael Oliver, because he's on the books. But other than that... Paul Weirdney. It's blow my nose. Tell you what, I'm so glad I muted this chat, because they're all fucking idiots, a lot of them. Anyway, let's unmute it. There we go. Anyway, how you doing, chat? You alright? Yeah. I accidentally got pints as well. I didn't realise they were pints until I measured it. And I don't like measuring things, for obvious reasons. Why is it not pouring properly? It's like dribbling everywhere. Another sloppy ball from Fulham, given straight to City, and we're not punishing them for these stupid mistakes. Nico Riley's been a bit sloppy so far. Ball over the top here. Anderson deals with it. Semenyo trying to pick up the loose pieces. Doesn't. Oh. It is good. I really enjoy it. Cheers, KT. It is a good one. It's crisp. Something about it. It goes down really easy. It's not too heavy, not too light. Sometimes I do like an IPA though, a big fat stonking beefy IPA that's like bleh, like makes you like feel like you've had a 8-course meal after one pint. But we need to whoop it here because it's gone a bit slow and stale. Excuse me. Big up, Victor. Are you buzzing? Are you is it Seahawks? I don't know anything about NFL. I'm not going to pretend I know a thing. But are you a Seahawks fan? Second time in your history, if you are, I believe. Congratulations. Is David in the chat? Big up, Victor. Bet you were buzzing, mate. I don't know why I've never been able to like get into NFL. It's the stop-start nature of it, I think, is what I don't like. There's a lot of like other things. Like the football doesn't seem to be the focus point. It seems to be like commentary. What are the fans doing? What are the coaches doing? Half-time. How good is that going to be? And then the football comes after all that. Then there's the food. That comes ahead of the football. And the beer. That comes ahead. So I'm like, what do they even give a shit about the football? But I went like at highlights. I like watching highlights because that's like all the good stuff. Like I do like that. But I'm a big, like, I used to be anyway. I was a big basketball fan. I used to play, but that's so sloppy, that, from Foden. Really simple ball, man, to Nunes. You got to do better than that, mate. Just killed the momentum of the attack, that. But yeah, big fan of basketball. It's not too dissimilar to football, is it? It's end-to-end. It's high octane. Like, it's more... Go on, O'Reilly. Oh, over the bar again, man. Just drill it, mate. Get your head over the ball. You're going to get hooked, man. Pep's going to take you off, man. He was fucking fuming the last time you did it. You've done it again. Pep doesn't stand for that shit. Straight away, camera went to Pep and he wasn't happy. Is that true? Because I've been doing it for a long time. Played in Reddish, actually. Pretty much same thing, Stockport. Yeah. I played in the Leisure Centre in a league in Reddish, if you know it. The Reddish Leisure Centre has like 3 courts with like electronic scoreboards and like proper setup. Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. It was basically started in primary school. They were just all because we went to the cinema together, like a group of mates, and we watched Space Jam. So we were like, right, well, if Bugs Bunny can do it, we can do it. So we started a basketball team. And we hang on a minute, Fulham are in. No, fucking great block by Ruben Diaz, corner ball though. But there's this warning shot fired. We've actually been sloppy, you know. We've been in control, but I think Fulham have been poor, and we look better because of how bad they've been. The first attack, though, for Fulham has made me concerned because the amount of times we've seen Foden finding pockets and giving it away, well, one bad one a minute ago, and O'Reilly's been really sloppy as well. But corner ball to Fulham. That's a shocking corner. Unbelievably pants. From Iwobi. Harry Wilson, got to watch out for him, top goal scorer. That's a deep one. Donnarumma's collecting that all day, and he does. Took a little bounce off it, but what a signing Donnarumma's been, by the way. Not just for the saves either, just the sheer presence of him, aura. You know, the aura of Donnarumma. He just gives you that belief, doesn't he? And obviously there's the moments that we can all talk about, like how many saves have we seen this season? Obviously there's the Anfield one the other day, but then there's the the save against Mbeumo was unbelievable as well. Semenyo, yes, Semenyo, poacher's goal, poacher's finish. I think that's a Haaland knockdown, was it? 1-0 City either way. Come on, we needed that, man. Goal out of nothing, to be honest. Just compose yourselves now. Go and get yourselves a second, man. That's a great goal. Poaching. Little team talk. Buzzing, man. Came out of nowhere. Let's have a look. Let's have a little gander. Is that a Haaland assist as well? That's what we're talking about, man. The knockdowns, the second balls. It's not a Haaland assist, sorry. It's a Fulham shocking header. Who is that? Is that Sander Berge? Unbelievably bad header. I don't think he was expecting it to come all that way. There was a couple of Fulham players in front of him. And in the end, he's just like... He just sort of like goes... like that, and it like lands on his ear and his shoulder and then like flops right into the path of Semenyo, who's all on his lonesome in the 6-yard box, and pokes it into the back of the net for 1-0 City. We're doing it again. We are doing it again. It's far too graphic, leaving too little to the imagination. Oh, am I behind? How far behind am I? Have I rewound it? Sometimes I accidentally rewind it and forget, but I can't be that far behind. Yeah, man. 3 seconds. 10 seconds. How? Well, yeah, I'm going to be because of the stream. the stream is like 6 seconds behind anyway, so it always will be a little bit behind. I don't know. Maybe TNT Sports are doing me dirty again. Cheers, Ryan. Appreciate the kind words, mate. Big up, Pear. You're a legend, mate. I like this agreement we have. And Melody Violin bags it. Big up, Melody. Enjoy. Spam those emojis. You've got some emojis. I hope you didn't pop in for like 2 seconds and was like, I accidentally appeared. And now, oh, here he is. Here he is. Oh, we've scored. Are we winning? You only sing when we're winning. You're in the chat when we're winning. You're in the chat when we're winning. Chat when we're winning. You only chat when we're winning. Chat when we're winning. Big up, mullet. Yeah, shit-faced, mate. I've had one beer. I'm out of my face. I am outside of my mind right now. Big up, mullet. Good to see you, mate. Oh, I meant to ask you, mate. How's your old man settling in? I wanted to ask you that the other day. And just, you know, doing all this, it's not easy to have a one-on-one conversation in thorough detail, unfortunately. But I would like to, with each and every one of you. It's just not doable, unfortunately. But I did want to ask that question. I hope he's good, mate. I hope he's settled. Piss off, Hannah. Palace are beating Burnley. What a cracking scoreline that is. 1-0 Crystal Palace versus Burnley. That's a humdinger of a football match. Really? Oh, well, big up to your dad, mate. If he's watching, I hope you're settled, mate, and I hope you're having a good time. Get into it if you can. I know it must be an unusual situation for you, but if I was you, and I mean, easy for me to say, but like, I would just get into it, get involved as much as you can, and cherish the moments when your lad comes and visits, which I'm sure is as often as possible. It's a good ball that into Smith Rowe, and he's seen it. He's seen Harry Wilson. It's 2-on-2. It's 2-on-2. Mark Gay, Harry Wilson, saved by Donnarumma. Warning shot fired again by Fulham. Smith Rowe was clever there. Pitch awareness. As soon as he gets it in that pocket there, he pokes it straight away, keeps that ball moving over to the right-hand side. Harry Wilson then tries to find Smith Rowe with a little ball, what looked to be through the legs of Mark Gay, but it hits Mark Gay, gets it back, shot straight away from Harry Wilson into Donnarumma, who saves it. But Fulham are coming again here. Chuck Wazer. And Phil Foden takes it back. Hold the ball, lad. Hold the ball. Bernardo Silva now. Man on Nunes. Man on. Go on, lad. Run with it. Run with it. Run with it. Well done. Brilliant. Brilliant. Oh, fuck. Haaland's touch nearly let him down then, but he gets away with it. He's back up on his feet. And he's injured. He's pulled up. Semenyo to O'Reilly. Yes! 2-0. But I'm immediately thinking about Haaland because he pulled up. He pulled up a second ago. Did you see it? It's 2-0. It's 2-0, but Haaland pulled up on the halfway line, man. Haaland pulled up with an injury. I'm praying it's not serious, but it's 2-0. Great goal. Great goal that was. Nunes starts it. Brilliant from Mateus Nunes. Haaland with he looks all right. He's happy. He's all right. Is he all right? Just watch Haaland. He stops all of a sudden. He starts sprinting in. At the halfway line, he just stops like groin or something. He grabs his balls or something. I don't know what it is. But either way, it's 2-0. United were 2-0 up against Fulham. Don't forget that. Semenyo with the assist as well. Nico O'Reilly's had enough sighters already. This time, a bit closer to goal. The previous two efforts from Nico O'Reilly were from a good 20 yards plus out, and he's drilled them all over the bar, but this time a very calculated, deft, finesse type finish with a little dink, almost on the corner of the 6-yard box, over the outstretched Bernd Leno. And, hey, 2-0. Great stuff. Begging for a Foden goal. Yeah, me too. Phil, me too, mate. I would love it. That was a good goal, man. I'm just worried about Haaland. Am I deluded? Because Haaland pulled up then. I genuinely forgot as well. I got the 1-0 as well. One of these days, man. Gonna have a full game. A full game with no scoreboards. Piss off. Not you, Peer. You. Jonny. Shit name, by the way. And Peer. Big up. And Marie bags it. I thought you already were a member. But anyway, you're Marie. Good to see you've got it. Because it's random, apparently. Mullet educated me that on that. Do you know what? Is that going to become a thing, that Johnny's an alcoholic because he drinks every stream? It's the only time I drink, to be honest. Genuinely. It's the only time I drink now in the week. I don't really drink at any other time. So I very much look for... Giving away. Bernd Leno. Oh, he's early. Oh, it's broken. O'Reilly, make it 3, lad. Handball. Rodri wants a handball. But O'Reilly could have made it 3. I missed a bit. What have I missed? I feel like I'm not in sync with everybody today. Like, it's one of them days. Like, am I? That's not a handball. Yeah, pretty chest. That looked like chest to me. That. I don't know what Mullet's. Oh, O'Reilly. Oh. I don't know. To be honest, everyone's an alcoholic nowadays, technically. If you drink, you're technically an alcoholic, aren't you? I feel like there's a chat going on that I'm not part of. Because I want to be a part of it. I can't pretend I'm not jealous right now. You know, when you just hear, like... At like the water cooler in an office, like you hear like a really good conversation, and you're like, hey, so what was that? What were you saying, guys? Just like trying to butt your way into a conversation that sounds really juicy. Sounds like a juicy conversation is happening in the chat about how smelly Mullet is, and I want to be involved. And I'm not, and I feel left out. Oh, Mullet got rid of a spammer. Officer Mullet. Oh, they are so shit. They can't clear the ball. Fulham about 10 times so far in this first 34 minutes of the game. And now they come forward and they're going to fucking score. That's offside. He's offside. Jimenez knew it as well. He didn't even chase it. He just knew. NSYNC. Do you remember NSYNC? Not in sync, Johnny. You're in chair. You're not in sync, Johnny. You're in chair. I can almost hear the accent in the words that you've written. Foden's ball was risky. Smith Rowe stretched for it, couldn't quite intercept it. Mark Gay's bringing it forward. That's it, Kevin. Good to see you, mate. Need a third and a fifth. A fourth and a fifth. That's it. We're not done yet, are we? Fulham have got at least 4 more goals to score. I think we deserve our lead, though. I remember that crack to the skull that Raul Jimenez got. They're showing the Haaland tackle from Anderson again. Did he get a yellow card for that as well? That's good. That's good. But yeah, when Raul Jimenez got that cracked skull and he was out for like a year, wasn't he? And he apparently had to go through like a lot of like psychological help. Oh! VAR are looking at something. Someone pulled Semenyu's hair. What are they looking at here? Is it because they pulled Semenyu's hair? We're playing on. I'm to be honest, I'm not really surprised. I'm glad we're playing on there. That was a bit shit. I mean, obviously we want a penalty, but it was a little bit. It was a bit, but I mean, come on. We've seen so much worse than that in the penalty area. I'm surprised they looked at that. Really, it was a little bit, yeah, but I don't think he was going to get on the end of it anyway, to be honest. But excuse me. But yeah, we're looking good. We're looking comfortable. It's a good point, though, Isa. You're right. It is like, it could be like a bit of hair, bit of shirt. I'm not sure which, to be honest, but because Cucurella is like the ultimate victim for hair pulling. And I mean, to be honest, does anyone blame him? I'd be pulling his hair. I'm not going to pretend I wouldn't. Foden, go on, lad. Let's finish him off. Oh, that's shit. Semenyu's not keeping that in. Yeah, Ryan, just shoot. Just shoot. Why is he trying to pass that there? Right through the middle, space, edge of the area. Semenyu's an option, but he's probably not the best option. I would say shoot's the best option. And that's a Phil Foden that's not in like form. A Phil Foden that's not got confidence right now. Because a classic vintage Phil Foden would pull the trigger in that moment. He'd be drilling it goal bound. Ryan Aït-Nouri steps in brilliantly. Brilliant interception from Ryan Aït-Nouri. Brilliant ball into Foden. Brilliant ball into Haaland. Haaland! What a goal! 3-0! What a goal! That was beautiful. Ryan Aït-Nouri with the unbelievable interception. Passes the ball into Foden. Foden doesn't wait around. Slots it into Haaland. Haaland one touch and then drills it bottom corner. And he's haunched over again. He's injured. He's injured. Get him off. Get him off. Rest him. He's feeling something. He's not right. You can tell. Something's up. He's doing that again. He's feeling something. Just get him off. He's got his goal. 3-0. Come on. Ryan Aït-Nouri, though. Brilliant from him. Brilliant. Foden, brilliant. Good ball, Haaland. It's a great goal. It's a great goal, man. It really is. And I've done it as well. I haven't seen it. Have I seen it? Have I seen it? Seen any of you. None of you. Yeah, I know the feeling. Big up here. Again. You're a legend, mate. Solar Beatbox. I remember you, Solar Beatbox. Yeah, thanks, Peer. I like the support you're showing for me, mate. Really do appreciate it. Top man. And no Church. Imagine if it's 6-0. I haven't seen Church today. Hope he's all right. I said that rather presumptuously then, didn't I? I hope he's all right. The only reason you're not in the chat today must be because you are dead or dying. There's no other reason you wouldn't be in my chat on Typical City. Of course you're going to be in my chat. Who wouldn't want to be in my chat? And like I said, the only reason would be if you're dead or dying. So I hope he's not dead yet. No, I'm sure he's just like doing something much better, to be honest. And that's exactly right. It was Haaland, Mr. Bonds. How do you like it? Shaken or stirred? Shaken or stirred? James Bond films are shit. Can I just say that before Fulham score? They're in. And they've put it wide. Fucking hell. Still 3-0. And it's James Bond films are still shit. Mr. Bonds. I've never understood a plotline in any of them. I've never once. And the action's great, and that's why I'm there. If I'm watching a James Bond film, I'm like, just get on with the explosions and the car chases and the gunfights. The storylines, I'm like, they're all bollocks, like absolute shite. But people love them, man. Like, I've never been able to get on board with James Bond for some reason. But yeah, first half FC could be on display today because it's 3-0. That's a foul. Get him in the book. Sander Berger, get him in the book. Get him in the book. Oh. Ugh. Yeah, man. Woody. Woody. You can't beat the original though. The first one, man. And when the toys all like get... Hang on a minute. Foden. Have a dig, Foden! Oh, that looked like it took a hand, to be honest. I don't think it was much that could be done about it. It looked like it hit a hand, but very unintentionally. They can't get out, Fulham. They're so pants at clearing the ball. Little dink ball, Haaland! Oh, the 1-2. The vision from Rodri, you could see what he was trying to do. I think VAR are going to have a look at this because it could be a penalty to City, but it's not. It's not. It's just complete, like, randomness. Just hits his hand. Wasn't going to be a goal. Wasn't going to land at a City player's feet or anything, so you can't give that. Yeah, also, is it me that Haaland looked injured? Yeah, at the end where all the toys like rise up against... What's that neighbour's name? What's his name? What's the neighbour, the dickhead neighbour? Who's like really angry, that boy who like tortures all of the other toys that he captures and like gets a magnifying glass and uses like the sun to like burn holes into their heads and shit. What's his name? Sid. I remember Sid. He was a prick. And then Woody was like, I can see everything. And he turns his head 360 and Sid was like, ah! Have someone at Sid. Fuck off, Sid. Raul Jimenez, saved by Donnarumma. That's my second one, that. Flying through these, over the bar by Fulham. 2-0 Palace Burnley. A barnstorming game that is. Might be tuning into that later. Arcade. It's good, but it's not as good. Is the Toy Story 4? Is that the one where like they hand the toys over? That's like, I wasn't crying. You probably were though. Not me though. I'm too manly for that. Not all that crying business. That's not my game. It's not my game. But I was secretly upset. Yeah. The one where they hand it over is the end of the Toy Story like thing basically, and yeah, it's sad, man. Getting me emotional now. Fucking Toy Story. Are they making a Toy Story 5? You know what I mean? Sometimes you just leave it. Just leave it. It's done. Really? There is going to be one. Just leave it, man. Free kick to Fulham. 2 minutes of injury time. One of it's already gone, of course. Chuck Wazer with the shittest cross you'll ever see. Out for a goal kick. Isn't Rafa Benitez in Toy Story the Cheetos guy? Who's the Cheetos guy? It's Rafa Benitez. There is that slightly, which today would probably be considered racist, but there is that song about Rafa Benitez, isn't there? That you're just a fat Spanish waiter. Because he always wore a suit, didn't he? He dressed like a waiter. I thought that's a good song. I think one of my favourite was Tony Pulis, Half-Time, by the way. Tony Pulis. He wears the club shop. That's a good one. 3-0. 3-0. "45 minutes FC might have already done enough, but you have to expect a response at this point from Fulham. There's no two ways about it. They have to be better in the second half. So we can't be surprised at this point. You know, the City players have to sit there and tell them that we are about to play prime Barcelona, prime Real Madrid. Like, we are about to face that. That's how good Fulham are going to be in the second half. You have to teach them that, tell them that they're going to be amazing. You know what I mean? Like, they're not going to be that good, but they're definitely going to be better. So if you come onto the pitch with the attitude that was easy, Pep said he knows, though. He knows what's wrong. How? Like, it can't be tactical. How can a tactic be good for one half only? It can't be. It can't be tactical. So... But he seemed so... It was almost like... I wonder if he was, like, bullshitting you. Like, you know, saying that I know exactly what it is, but he actually doesn't know what it is. And, you know, once we start winning games without comebacks happening in the second half, people will forget about it. You just want that rumour, that connotation. It's not a rumour, it's a fact, but, like, that... You know, that thing. I was calling it that in my last watch long. It's a thing, isn't it? City struggle in the second half. That's a thing. So once you just ignore it and we stop letting it be a thing, it gets forgotten about very quickly. Very quickly. So if we can just, you know, win this game, don't let Fulham get it back to even 3... maybe a goal and then we win it 4-1. That'll be fine. That's not really a second half, like, collapse, is it? But... if they get it back to 3-2, like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, because we've just dominated, and we didn't play anywhere near our best in that first half. Nowhere near. I think we played well. It wasn't poor. I think there was some... Like, O'Reilly was a bit sloppy, and then he scored a brilliant goal. I thought Foden was sloppy in moments, but he gets himself an assist. Really good assist as well. That move was great. Ryan Aït-Nouri was fantastic as well with his interception. Haaland's finish was top, right in the bottom corner. Couldn't really ask much more for that first half in terms of a result. You know, piling on the pressure to Arsenal here is beautiful, man. Beautiful. Paul, mate, I presume you've gone at this point, but big up to you, mate. Your comments are always so kind, mate. Appreciate it. Until you said that, we'll be discussing a 3-3 game, for fuck's sake, Paul. Anyway, mate, have a good one. Darks, make it you look healed, Jonny. I am a bit better, but not great. I'm still a bit, like, bunged up in my voice. Can't quite, like, get my words out as well as I don't really get them out very well, ever, to be honest, but, like, as bad as they normally do. Let's hope the lads don't let Fulham back this time after half-time. I need this win before dental surgery. I hate the dentist, man. I fucking hate it. I've got teeth problems, back ones, man, because of sweets. I'm a big sweet connoisseur. It's not like I don't brush. I brush on the rag. Like, I just have a sweet problem. Is it a crown? Are you having a crown or are you having it out? Like, oh. I've got proper dental anxiety, like a genuine phobia of dentists. Like, not like that. It's a claustrophobic thing. Like, I want to know I can just get up and walk away whenever I want. And with a little checkup or even a filling, like, they don't take that long and they're not that bad to deal with. But a crown, or like, yeah, crown is the bad one. Or like I've never had a root canal, but I've had one crown. And yeah, it was like 2 hours for the first visit and then another 2 hours for the next visit. Piss off. And the dentist was like a really big, chunky bloke, and he rested his belly on my head, man. Like, his belly was like there. Like, I could feel like underneath his belly button, just like sat there. And I'm like, just take your flab off my fucking head and just come round the front and do it. Don't do it like that. I got a new dentist, it was that bad. Like, just resting your belly on my head. What are you doing? Pissing me off. Anyway, Custard, big up to you, mate. Appreciate you becoming a member. Thank you very much, mate. Darks, mate, you've made me sweat thinking about the dentist. Oh, look at Jeff. That's getting ready for Valentine's, isn't it? Look at Jeff getting all in the romantic mood. Look at him. Big up, Jeff. Oh, Jeff, while I've got you, if you're still in the chat, I hope you are, mate. Is there... Or if it's not you, Jeff, anyone in the chat, this applies to anyone, I have an option to go to Salford this weekend. I could go to the game. I also can't watch it on TV in the UK. If someone, whether it be you, Jeff, as I know you've helped me an unbelievable amount of times to make non-televised games in the UK doable for the sake of a watch-along because of Jeff. Without Jeff, half of the watch-alongs wouldn't even bloody happen. So big up to Jeff. FA Cup, though, is on ESPN, isn't it? And I can't get that in the UK on that Deportes or whatever it's called. I can't get it. So the Salford game, I'm not going to sit here with a dodgy link. I don't want a dodgy link. I want legit, like, access, like a proper stream. Like, I'm not like some fucking dodgy, like, illegal link that, like, you need to refresh every 10 minutes and, like, get rid of 700 pop-ups of tits and shit like that to watch the game. I don't want that. I want the real thing. So if anybody in the chat can be a hero and provide that before Saturday, I will happily pay you some money for it, by the way, as well. I'll make sure any subscription is available. I'll sort you out. I'll do a watch long. If not, no worries. I'm going to the game, so there won't be a watch long, unfortunately. So that's like pressure on you. I've removed the pressure of myself, and I made it. It's all your fault if there's no watch long, because I don't have a link. I don't have an available way of watching the game. So if anyone can, then that'll be amazing. You've got my email, which is in the About section of the channel's homepage. So just go to the tabs at the top where it says home, videos, shorts, playlists. All the way to the right is About, and you should find my email address in there. Feel free to email me, and if you can sort me out with something like that, then I'll happily do a watch long. But anyway, Guldeen, I was meant to be doing my driving theory at 8 o'clock. I thought you meant like when you were 8 years old. It's a bit early, that, isn't it? Got there and realised left my ID at home. Guess I'm now watching you and the football. Fuck. Oh, mate. I failed my driving theory 3 times. The first time, I don't know what the score is now, but you get, I think when I was doing it, there was 35 questions and you needed to get 30 out of 35 to pass. And the first time, I didn't revise. I didn't give a shit. I just thought I'm gonna ace it, because apparently you just have to click loads. So there's no problem. I'll do it. I got 29 out of 35. So 1 away from a pass. And I was like, oh, no way. I better revise just to make sure. So I revised for like 6 hours the day before. I was like really crunching it. Went in 28 out of 35. I was like, have I got worse with revision? I got worse with revision. Next time I got 34 out of 35. Smashed it. Passed my real test. The, what's it called? Not theory. The opposite of theory. What's it called? Practical. I think. First time. But yeah, not a pain in the arse, mate. So good luck for you and the driving test when it comes around. Hope it goes well. Christine, our school dentist was a demon dentist. Evil. You had a school dentist? What? A dentist that came to school? Oh, and did all the teeth at once? No way. Hey, I've done all that. That's very temperamental, though. I'm sure there are like people who are going to say, no, Johnny, it works seamlessly. Like, the reason being is, Jeff, mate, if you can do that, mate, that'd be amazing. Like, I'll see you on Saturday for the Watchalong for Salford, mate. Big up, mate. But yeah, going back to Guldean's super chat, I appreciate that, by the way. I've done the Fire Stick thing, and it's like, it's temperamental, man. It's never consistent. It wasn't always working. What was it called? It begins with K. What's the thing, the app that you use? I can't remember what it's called now. It used to begin with K. I'm sure it did. Anyway, if you can send me the ESPN and it works, that'd be amazing. That'd be amazing. But if not, I'm going to just go to the game instead. What? Burnley 3-2. What? I was joking before, and it actually is turning into a genuinely good game. Is it really? Oh shit, are we... No, that's not happening like now. It should be half time, shouldn't it? What's the Villa score? That matters to us, that, doesn't it? It's half time. Liverpool Sunderland. What's going on there? 0-0. I'm going to have to go for a pee in a minute as well, because I'm going to be struggling in the second half. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. That means we haven't had much defending to do. Big up to South Africa. Right, piss off Liverpool, not interested. But I can't find Palace. That must be on TNT Sports 17, whatever channel number it is, I don't know. He's got himself an assist. He's found some nice pockets. He's played a couple of stinky passes. But more good than bad from Phil Foden so far is the way to describe it. He's been good more so than he has been bad. There has been moments that have been like, oh, little pass like about 25 minutes in or so. And we were like, on the transition, Núñez was there, give it to him, nice ball, dead easy. Completely underhits it, gets intercepted, really sloppy. I think there was one other pass from Foden that was a bit... Other than that, he's been pretty decent. You know, he's been okay, and he's bagged himself an assist. And the assist was good as well, because he received it, controlled it, kept it moving, inside to Haaland. Haaland's finish was brilliant. Excuse me. Big up, Alfie. I will do, mate. I will do, Alfie. But yeah, no, I might need your services in the future. Possibility, absolutely. Big up from Nepal. I saw Pakistan before as well. And Mauritius. I don't even know what that is. We're not doing the flag game because I humiliated myself. I genuinely want to get my lad in here one day to do the flag game with you. Really, I want to do it. I want to get him in. You put your flags in the chat and he'll tell you what those flags are. Now, I was confident, okay? Couldn't have been more wrong. You put about 1 billion flags in there that I've never seen in my life. And I was hoping for the World Cup flags, because my flag knowledge is based on football, not on actual geography. Whereas my lad, he will tell you the most obscure mental country you'll ever see, man. Big up, Ray, man. Is Church in the chat? Where's Church? He's got it in there because he knew. He's probably having the time of his life, Church, right now, because I was saying before Church, because I was like, where's Church? We actually could win 6-0. There is no 6-0 prediction from Church today, and this could well be a day where we win 6-0. And I assumed you were dead, because there's no other reason why you wouldn't be in my chat other than being dead. Clearly, you've managed to crawl out of the ditch that you were dying in to write that. So, big up to you for doing that. And I hope you're not dead. Clearly not. 6-0 Church. And the word is, I love it, hypercolossal. Sky blue juggernaut. Big up Church. Big up Alfie. Oi, where's Cherky? I like it. Cherky. Has someone else done that? They keep showing this pull on Semenyo. I'm not that offended by it. Are you offended by it? He's got a bit of his hair, more of his shirt, I would say. They keep zooming into it. Like, yeah, it's a bit of hair, but it looks like, I don't know. Can you imagine if the United Strand played football? Like, he wouldn't be able to run. You know, like when you do sprint training and you see these footballers wear those little mini parachutes to improve their sprinting ability, to have that resistance while you're running, a parachute behind you. That's like the life. Like, the United Strand must be absolutely rapid because his leg muscles must be unbelievable to carry that weight and the resistance of hair. It's about to kick off and I've not even gone for a piss. Fucked it. It's like way behind as well. It's 4-3 Fulham if you're wondering. Let's put it on 47 and let's just start it there. There you go. Right. I'll start it when 47 starts. Fulham are in. Smith Rowe! Wide. Or did Donnarumma save that? I think he got a hand to it. Free corner to Fulham. Got to keep an eye on the clock as well as I've got to reset it. Sorry about that. Just got caught up in talking bollocks at half time. Donnarumma punches clear. The clock is working in sync. Chukwueze. Fulham already looking so much better than the entire of the first half. They've already done so much more. I had a roast. It's not the first time I've come on this channel with having a roast in my belly. Chicken and potatoes and carrots, cauliflower, broccoli, gravy. What else? Yorkshire puddings. It's a weird thing in our house having a roast on a Wednesday, but we tend to do it, which is a bit weird. But whenever I have a watch-along full of a roast, I'm burping the whole time, man. But yeah, still 3-0. If anyone took the 4-3 Fulham comment seriously. Imagine if someone's there like, can't believe it. It's 4-3 Fulham. This typical City guy said it's 4-3 Fulham, I'm done. Title's over. There'll be someone out there now. Right, big up to all of you that have sent me links. A few of you have done it already. I will check them out after the game. Links and a few things and a few emails. So big up to all of you. I really appreciate that. Genuinely. Thank you so much. I'll check them all out and see if we can get a Salford game going. My lad's going to that game as well. See, if I was going, I wouldn't even be sitting with him. I'd be like on my own. And my dad and my son are going. He's not that big into football anymore. He's sort of fallen out of love with it. And I really didn't want to force him into it. Because I just don't think it's right to force people to do what they don't want to do. Like, try and find what you love, not what you don't love. And I think he'll like get back into it in maybe one day, but he was never going to be a professional or anything. Do you know what I mean? Like, you see a lot of dads out there like forcing their kids to like try and become. Some men you still can get that. Oh, they switched off a bit Fulham, but we've gotten away with it. Unfortunately not, mate. I'll be here in my little chair doing a watch along. But enjoy the game, Alfie. Arsenal. It's mad, the fixtures. Like, I think it's a really important factor. The we play first thing. Like, obviously they've got this game coming up in the middle of next week when no one else is playing. They're away to Wolves. They're going to win that. And if they beat Brentford, which I actually think they probably will, but it's not going to be easy. Ball across here, Mark Gay cushions it. A couple of City players looking at each other like, was that for you or for me? They eventually get it. Nunes tries to get down the line. It's giving away though, Chuck Wazer. Cross could be coming in. I fell out of love with football too, and I only regained my love for it when I stopped playing. Do you play? What position were you playing, Hannah? And was it like 11 aside or small aside, 6 aside? So you always go back to your roots once you're in a good place. Yeah, he's 8 though. That's the thing. Like, it's like, you know, you're trying to find what you like at that age, aren't you? And I'm going to be honest with you, he's a clever lad. And he doesn't get it from me. And he doesn't get it from his mum either. I don't know where the fuck... Probably my dad. My dad's not... He's a clever guy. But I don't know where Harry, my son, gets his smarts from. Because it definitely isn't me. But he is, like, very intelligent. Like, not to blow my trumpet as, like, some super parent that, like, can produce brilliant children. Because my daughter, she doesn't seem very smart, to be honest. But... My son does, like, he's top of the class in, like, everything in terms of, like, you know, maths and English and geography and all that stuff. He loves it all. I don't know where he gets it from, man. But football, he's like, yeah, I'm not interested. I want to learn more. fair play. Got to do that, man. Anyway, Fulham, ball across, back post defending needed. Jimenez over the bar. You're a goalkeeper. 5'2", because you hated running. And goalkeepers are crazy, Hannah. I have a feeling you got a screw loose. Goalkeepers are they're a bit mental, aren't they? He wants to come on the streams all the time, by the way. He would come on, but the missus is a bit cautious, which I understand, because you are all wonderful people, and I'm sure you are, but there could just be one in the chat that's not. And she's a bit like, I don't want my child to be on the internet. And I kind of get it. So, I personally, I would be all right with it, but the missus has said no, so that's that. That's the end of that matter, isn't it? Smith Rowe down the line here for Wilson. He's coming inside. Ryan Aït-Nouri. His tackle nearly sent through Raul Jimenez, but Diaz was there to pick up the loose pieces. Nico O'Reilly battling it out in midfield. He's lost the ball, but wins a free kick. And then Paul Tierney says, you grabbed his bollocks. It's a free kick to City. What was that? He was like doing that. He was like grabbing his bollocks. Like, you can't do that. That's a free kick to City. Niles, Jonny, I got my results for my final year yesterday and ranked 14th in my country. Mauritius, Mauritius, got it. And you got a partial scholarship. Big up to you, mate. Big up to you. Is this where you tell me there's only 15 people that live in your country, though? I'm joking. But big up, man. That sounds like a fucking achievement, man. Well played, mate. Well played, man. Congrats, man. Doing what, by the way? What's the subjects? What are you going to be? Other than a genius. I failed everything, mate. Yeah. Art. That was my strong subject. I was good at art. I was quite creative. I made, for my GCSE exam, and in art, I made a weaving, right? And the horizontal weaving lines were all metallic and screws and paper clips and manufactured. And the vertical weaving lines was all like natural, like leaves and vines and all that stuff. And it was like a crossing of things. When you're 16, I was like, I'm a genius, mate. I'm a genius. It turned out all right. Wasn't as good as I thought it would look, but got a B. Saying that I got a B and that's my best score shows you how what my other results were like. I think you could spell fudge with my results, put it that way. But second half seems all right so far. Seems all right. We're not really under the cosh. Fulham haven't come out and created an abundance of chances. They've definitely, they're higher up. Oh, you can't be doing that though, Mark Gay. Ball through here to Harry Wilson. Gay's giving it away. But Ryan Aït-Nouri gets back and pokes it with a brilliant bit of defending. But Mark Gay, go and buy him a pint. Go and buy him a pint. Because you can't be doing that, mate. That was a sloppy touch from Mark Gay. Smith Rowe picks it up, sends Harry Wilson through. And then Ryan Aït-Nouri, just a vital toe. Just gets a little toe on it and pokes it out of the path of Harry Wilson. Got away with that one. Got away with that one. Did English and French literature, sociology, and as main subjects, and computer science and general paper as subsidiary subjects. Computer science. Marmouche is on, by the way. When did that happen? Foden shot saved. Did I miss... Is Haaland's not even playing? I missed the substitutions, obviously. But Haaland's off, I'm assuming. Because he's quite a noticeable character, isn't he, Haaland? You can't really miss him. But he ain't playing. Marmouche is. Completely missed that because I was in the toilet. So, 14th, mate. Well done, mate. You must be so proud, man. It is a big regret of mine. Like, I do look back at my education and think, like, if I could go back, I would definitely go back and listen. Stop pissing around. Stop blowing up condoms in the middle of class and then letting them off with, like, noises. It's funny, but it doesn't get you anywhere in life. Smith Rowe. Oh, it's gone through the legs of Bernardo Silva, but Iwobi. Tete's deep cross. Chukwueze's looking. He's gone all the way across. Iwobi's going to keep this in. Marmouche. Ah, he's done well there. City throw. What other things did he get up to at school that was like naughty? Did anyone remember the glue stick trick? When the teacher wasn't looking, I used to like go like to my mate's desk in the back corner. And I used to like take the cap off a glue stick and like spin it up so it would go whoom and just stick to the ceiling and it wouldn't come down for like the whole lesson. But you wouldn't do it above your desk because that's like crazy, man. That's like you're getting caught with the gun in your hand. You know what I mean? The smoking gun. Like you make sure you do it above someone else who you want to get in trouble. That's what you do. And I went over and kept doing that. That was my little thing. I threw a pot of glue out of the window once as well, like a 3-story building onto a car. I don't know why I'm just telling you this because it's embarrassing. Like my behaviour in high school was not good, man. It wasn't good, and let's not talk about it because I'm embarrassed. Substitutions are happening, lots of them as well. Smith Rowe, Chukwueze, Jimenez, get off. Have you noticed, by the way? That's funny. It's not De Bruyne, but King Kevin is coming on. And Kusanov is coming on at right back for Nunes, which I think is a wise decision because Nunes is a vital part of... See, that was primary school for me, though. That like my parents got told that at parents' evening. In primary school, I used to do that as well. I upped my game to glue sticks. Like I went from wet toilet paper to glue sticks. Like, you know, the little Pritt sticks. I'm not proud of myself, even though I seem like I am. Great game from Phil so far. To Jonny goal incoming. Yep, to Jonny's on as well. But yeah, Fulham bringing on Muniz as well. He's a threat. A bit more mobile compared to Raul Jimenez, isn't he? A bit more of a, like, you know, he's up for a scrap. Hey, mate. Good to see you. That's exactly right. I was the class clown at times, mate. I just wanted to, like, try and make people laugh. That was my shtick. I wasn't a jock. I wasn't a goth. I wasn't any sort of clique. I was just a guy who, like, I floated between cliques and tried to, like, entertain them. Like, what do you like? What do you find funny? And then I was, like, trying to make you laugh. That was my whole thing in high school. Not much has changed, really, except, like, the acceptance that you're not that funny, and you humiliate yourself more than make people laugh. You get laughed at, that's, you know, that's a different thing, that. But ball switched here, Kassanov, cool as a cucumber, nods it back to Ruben Diaz. Half an hour to go as well. Still 3-0. City look reasonably comfortable. Donnarumma took a little bit longer on that ball then. I thought he was going to get rid of it. But Ryan Aït-Nouri's having a good game, isn't he? Pleased with what I'm seeing from him so far. Defensively and offensively. Mainly with that ball into Foden for the offensive side. But, you know, he's quick, and he gets back. And then considering Núñez is on the other side, well, it's actually Kassanov, who is arguably just as quick, maybe even quicker. I wonder who'd win out of a race between Núñez and Kassanov. Bassi and Semenyo having a good battle. Semenyo comes out on top. Well, City have got the ball at least, but to Jonny now. So, yeah, Bernardo Silva as well. I should have mentioned that. Bernardo Silva has left the pitch. And Rodri stays on. We got Nico G, haven't we? I'd be getting him on as soon as I could. I'd be getting him on right now, actually. That's what I'd be doing. Kaz Babes. When I got sent out of class, I would get a chair and peep through the above door window to distract everyone. Worked till the head caught me. Yeah, that's the sort of shit I was up to. Definitely. We had like a room that like you had to... Great ball, here we go. You've got Kassanov on the overlap here. Foden doesn't give it him though, gives it to Reinders instead. Reinders, it slowed it down. Fulham have got the numbers back. They're very narrow though, aren't they? They're like, they know that City are just coming through the middle. Slowed it down at least. We've got the ball in their half. But yeah, we had a room where we used to congregate before the buses would all come and pick up the kids to take them home. And I just used to jump out the window and then run round to the front door and then jump out the window and then run round and jump out the window. Stupid shit, man. Like, in year 6, I had a smiley face chart because I was a knobhead, and if I got 10 smiley faces for my behaviour in 1 week, I got an extra 15 minutes playtime in the sandpit on my... Yeah. My 2-year-old daughter has got something similar. She gets smiley faces. She's got a chart for when she goes on the potty. You know, you're on that level, mullet, aren't you? You're on that level. Do you know something? Do you want to know something really dark? Something I did in my first year of primary school. This is like, to this day, I don't know why I did it. Bearing in mind I'm 4. You have to remember I'm 4. We had a teacher called Mrs. Mountain. And I was trained. My parents had potty trained me. They'd toilet trained me. They knew everything. But in my first, month of going to primary school, I used to get the teacher to wipe my arse for me. Is that... That's not good. I used to go to the toilet and shout, Mrs. Mountain, I've finished! Like that. And I knew what to do. And then she'd be like, she'd come to the toilet and I'd be like waiting, like that. Like waiting. Like ready to be wiped. Toilet paper was there was no mess, I could do it myself. And Mrs. Mountain, she was a proper old lady as well. She's probably not with us anymore. And I mean, she might still be, but I hope she is. But that's a part of her life that I don't feel proud about. Anyway, Harry Wilson. Why did I do that? Why did I even tell you that? That's an odd one, that, isn't it? There's lines that don't need to be crossed during streams, and I'm crossing them all too often. Far too much of my personal life is known now. It's corner to Fulham. Come over, everybody. Semenyo closing down. Bassi, little battle going on. Those two are loving it, aren't they, at the minute? City ball, well done. I think this game's won. I've got a Buzz Lightyear toy. Like, I've got my lad one. It's like 80 quid. Like, the real Buzz Lightyear. Like, it does everything that he can do. It's mad how we're talking about Toy Story twice, by the way, in a completely different subject, in the same stream. That's weird, isn't it? But, yeah, it was like 80 quid for like a proper Buzz Lightyear. Oh, Reinders was looking then. He was sniffing around. Sniffing around like Mrs. Mountain. Nico G's coming on. So is Cherky. Come on, let's bury him, man. I really want a big 5-0-er, you know what I mean? No, I reported her and she got sacked. No, I'm joking. Nah, I don't know. I'm joking. It was like my evil plan to get her sacked. Can't be doing that nowadays. Can't be doing that. Fulham coming forward again. Left foot cross. Back post. Munez. Ball across. Donnarumma save. Right, come on. There's enough time for them to do something here. We do need that fourth. Rodri tries to find Marmoush a little bit eager. He needed to get some air on it, and even then, I think there was a covering player. I think Anderson was waiting to. Should have really held that ball here. Fulham have got another opportunity because of it. Is it Kevin? Broken. But yeah, they've got King and Kevin, two separate individuals playing for Fulham. We only need the one called King Kevin. Big up Sky Plays. I wonder who Cherky's coming on for. It's probably Foden. I mean, can only... Semenyo, maybe? Give Foden the full 90 minutes. But yeah, probably Semenyo, actually. But then you're really removing any sort of presence up front to hold the ball up. Because Marmoush, he's won a free kick, in fairness to him. But... you know, without Semenyo up there, we're not really going to be able to go long with it at all anymore, are we? So, yeah, I did. 100%. Just twatting each other on the hand to see who would cry first. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. That Knuckles game where you just put your fists together like that. And then, but you did the flinch. It was the flinch, wasn't it? It's like, you'd do that. And if the other person went like that and moved their hand away, you'd get a free knuckle hit. And that means they just have to hold your hand there. And if they didn't, other people would get involved and hold their wrists like that. And then you just crack them down with your knuckles right down on the top of there like that. Really, really painful. So you wouldn't flinch. But if you left your hands up to do it and then pulled away and they missed, that person gets a free hit on the other hand, on the opposition. Great game. And slaps as well. It's the same thing. Slaps is like a more forgiving, less painful version of knuckles. We also play push penny. Do you remember push penny? You get 2 pennies on the either side of a table, and you just with your thumb. It's like snooker a little bit, but with pennies, and you've got to knock the other penny off, the other player's penny with your penny. And one day, do you remember the limited edition £5 coin that was that big? It was like an omelette. Do you know what I mean? I came in with that. My dad got me a £5 coin, and it was just a tank. Other players were bringing in 1p's, and their 1p's was just hitting my penny and bouncing off the table. And I was just ugh, £5 coin. Ugh, just dominating. It was like the Man City of push penny, just coming in with all the money. Ugh. £5 coin. Yeah, British Bulldog was good. Well, it's Conkers. Do you remember Conkers? My neighbour had had big conker trees. And I used to have like bags of conkers, and you'd sit them in vinegar. You'd put a string through a conker, and like you'd hold the string up, and you'd like throw the conker at the opposition who's holding it up, and you have to break the other person's conker. How good was school, man? Apart from all the learning. But anyway, Oscar Bob's on, by the way. Oscar Bob. Not sure how I feel about it. I feel a bit uncomfortable. It's a free kick to City, though. A fourth would be the cherry on the cake. Because we need to consider the goal difference as well, by the way. Because getting that goal difference up could well be a deciding factor come the end of the season. We've already had a couple of goals robbed off us in moments that never really proved to be like the end of the result being affected. But the scoreline was affected. Like we should have beaten Liverpool 3-1, not 2-1. You know, and that's the sort of thing that matters at the end of a season. I did. My dad knew all the tricks. He knew how to he was like injecting steroids into like the conker, and like my conkers were coming in, big juicy conkers, but my conkers were coming in like big. I had like the best conker in primary school. It broke actually. I remember when it broke, and I was like, Dad, what have you done? You've set me up here. And I smashed this tiny conker, and mine just broke. And it was just a case of wear and tear. I'd been the champion for so long. Eventually, you know, it's like 4 in a row. Eventually, you're going to have a downtime, aren't you? It was like City last year. It's going to break eventually. You can't keep winning. And that's what I was doing. Every week I was coming in and I was winning every game of conkers. And then eventually, boom, it cracks. <clears throat> 15 minutes to go, still 3-0, still looking comfortable. Not much really in the way of a comeback from Fulham, thankfully. I wouldn't call this a 45-minute FC or first half FC. We aren't as good as we were in the first half, but Fulham haven't really, you know, showcased any ability to even hint at a comeback. But you never know, still enough time. And here they come as well. Don't be doing this. Don't be doing this. Oscar Bob gives it away. It's what 35 million gets you. I hope so, mate. We obviously need favours. It's like goes without saying. We're 3 points behind right now, but obviously with a game played extra on top of that. But it is the psychological aspect of like City just not going away. And how do they handle that? I think it could grow as a problem. I don't think it might necessarily be this week with Arsenal playing Brentford tomorrow night. Big game. That gives them the opportunity to get their 6-point lead back. But they've got Spurs coming up with a new manager. Who knows what that problem and what that is going to present as a obstacle for Arsenal. They've got Chelsea the week after that. All the while we play first. And we've not got easy games ourselves because we've got Leeds away coming up. Leeds away. That's not easy. That's not good. Newcastle at home. Newcastle are not playing well at the minute at all. And Newcastle at the Etihad, by the way, is like, you know, it's arguably like fucking brilliant. Ryan Aït-Nouri's fantastic at the minute. He's been brilliant so far. Brilliant tackle that on Oscar Bob. He's gone down with cramp. All right, 2 legs cramp. Double leg cramp. That was weird. Match attacks. What was that? I know the name, but what is that? Is that the stickers? Caused wars at my school because of the older kids. My class kept scamming the younger kids in the school. No regrets. Ball across, Gay clears. 13 minutes to go. Is that fly again? Match. Do you remember Pogs? Who remembers Pogs? These little pointless pieces of meaningless plastic. Like, it meant nothing. Pogs. Pogs were good. But nothing. You like got them in like a bag of skips or something like that, didn't you? Top Trumps was good. Yeah, I played that game. My nose is still so blocked. But Cherky's coming forward here. He's got 2 men to beat. Tries. He knew what he was doing there. Little back heel off Bassey. Gets himself a throw in. Tamagotchis, Christine. I had one, man. I really looked after it. I had a good 6 months. It was alive, and then I left it, and it died. And then I'm like, yeah, you're not the same. You're dead. Dead. And he had Pogs. Pogs were good. And then, do you know what I mean? The kids of today, man, what do? Like, they just get their phones out and like, what the fuck? Like, their youth has just been robbed. I watched a podcast. I've started to watch Theo Von. Mullet. You'll be a big fan of Theo Von, I bet, because he's got a mullet. So I bet you like him. Never really watched him, but I watched him speak to an Amish person. When I was younger and I found out about Amish people when I was like 20, I was like, oh my God, like that. I couldn't think of a worse way to live. Now I'm like, they know what they're doing, man. The fucking Amish, that's like so much more wholesome and like better. Like, they're real. Like, I want to be Amish. Like, they don't have problems. Like, they're so like easy and like, you know what I mean? It's like, make a bit of homemade bread and, you know, have a chat, speak to your family and go to bed. None of this bollocks that we're all dealing with. Look at us here, sat in a chat, stressing about fucking men kicking the ball about and kind of bollocks, really, isn't it? Shall I turn this channel until I just move to like, oh, fucking hell, Donnarumma got away with that one then. Oscar Bob as well. Just move to Pennsylvania and start a new Amish watch-along. Watch the Amish people plough. Not each other, just the fields. I don't think they do plough each other, to be honest. Not without the big man's consent and marriage and all that. Anyway. Got away with that, Donnarumma. He's gotten away with a few this season, and I'm a big fan of Donnarumma. But he does push his luck, doesn't he? On occasions. More so from corners. When corners coming in, occasionally he can be a little bit flappy. But yeah, we are managing a bit of a storm here, which is to be expected. But there's very little sting in the tail here from Fulham. I'm not seeing much in the way of, a threat on our goal here. You know what I mean? Don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't already. Apologies if you came here for a bit more of a football chat. I must admit, my head's at 3-0. My head's gone elsewhere today. I've not been very communicative in terms of the football, so I do apologise for those that are like football purists, because I've not really spoke much about the football. But I felt like we've done this, we've won this game, so I thought let's have a chat about some random shit. Who's your man of the match? Still 9 minutes to go, so that could change, to be fair to you. But who's your man of the match? And I said that after Ryan Aitnori did something very good. Yeah, I'm starting to think. I think he's played very well. I think he's played very well. I think, stats might give it another player. I mean, who though? Foden's got himself an assist. Haaland got himself a goal. I think overall, the full 90 minutes, I would be tempted. Nico G's given a free kick away here, though. I think Ryan Aït-Nouri, I'm leaning that way because of his second half performance has been good. Like, he's been getting back and nicking it, like picking pockets. But Marmoush has gone down. That's a problem. Because Haaland's injured. Nico G's got himself a yellow. I think it's only now, isn't it, Isa? It's like right now, in the last 3 weeks, we've started to see why we signed him. A lot of City fans are wondering why. Me being one of them. Well, I'm not really wondering. I knew why we'd signed him, but we hadn't really seen the chances been given to him. Nico O'Reilly took his chance at left back. Harrison Reed ball in, free kick, terrible. Goal kick City. Kassanov, look at that, look at the players. They all surround Kassanov. He didn't do anything. There's no stat there. No one's going to give Kassanov a stat for that. There's no number for that. But that is how you defend. Put your body in the way, block that ball, prevent any player from getting through, and he just lets it run across his body out for a goal kick. You're not going to get a number for that. And that's the issue with defenders and the stats. Really good. And he's playing right back as well, which is interesting seeing. He's played a lovely ball down the line here for Marmoush, who seems fine, which is great news. Great news. Why is the cameraman looking down John Stones' nostrils? Why are we so focused on John Stones? Bernardo Silva's in his face, right there, laughing in his face. They're good mates, aren't they? One's got a dog named after the other. I think, which way is it? It's Bernardo Silva's got a dog. Oh no! Mark Gay! Free kick as well. Goal kick, he wins the goal kick. Great block. Great block. I do love these moments at the end of the game where the defenders all celebrate. You know what I mean? Donnarumma, Diaz, Gay, Kassanov, whoever it may be, they all get in each other's faces and are like, fucking gosh. That's the desire to keep a clean sheet. I love that. Love that. A couple of moments in the space of 2 minutes there. Mark Gay this time, and before it was Kassanov. Big up Vasco. Second half was better today, but there's still a long way to go. We need to address this and completely solve this problem for the long run. Yeah, we've been better in the second half. And I think you have to expect... Semenyo with an opportunity to send Marmoush away. Needed to probably put a bit of air on it, get a little dinky in there to Marmoush. But is that Diaz? It's Diaz. I thought it was Nico G. He's already on a yellow. I thought he needs to be careful, but it was Diaz. And Kassanov, look at him. Go on, lad. Oh, he's... Ball across. Bart Gay. Nico G up and away. Clean sheet. It's the goal for the rest of the game. We need a clean sheet. Don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't done so already. If you're interested in becoming a member, you can do so by clicking the link in the pinned comment of the chat, as well as making sure you're subscribed if you're new. If you're new around here. Yeah, Vasco, I agree, mate. I think we've been better. I don't think it's been a brilliant performance in the second half. We've not been wow. You know what I mean? It's been yeah. I think we've accepted that Fulham are going to be a bit more threatening, but let's not collapse. Let's not give them any gifts. Let's not do anything stupid. Maybe go and get a fourth. That's the area where we've probably been weakest in attacking potency. We haven't really done anything going forward. That's what concerns me the most from this second half. But we've been solid. We've not conceded, Or so far. at least. And I think that was more important than going and getting a fourth. A clean sheet was the bigger goal than getting a fourth. I'd rather win 3-0 than 4-1. Wouldn't you? I would. In this game in particular, because it sets the precedent going forward now. Like you say, in the long run, though, we need a more convincing result. And as Douglas, who... I love Douglas, because like I know he's probably watching as well. He's the first ever comment in the whole chat as well, Douglas. Douglas, let me know if you're still watching. Oh! Okay, he deals with it. Still 3-0. But yeah, he said it in the very first comment. False dawns, false hope. Moments in the season where we've been given this belief as a fan base that we're like, oh my God, we're fucking good, we're back. And then, maybe not. The next week we get found out. And this was that game. This was supposed to be that game where you prove your worth. You prove that Anfield win was something. Or was it just a bit of a moment in the season? And it's turned into a very, very good, convincing overall 90-minute performance, which is exactly what you needed. If you finish that game against Liverpool the other night and someone said we're going to beat Fulham 3-0 on Wednesday night, you'd snap their arm off. So, Oscar Bob, well done, Mark Gay again. Ryan Aitnori trying to poke it. Oh, he's giving it away. Tried to he's won it back though. Well done. Cherky. Man on. Well done. Man on, too much. Cherky. Over the bar. Immediately gives it away and gives Kevin an opportunity. That's the sort of shit why Cherky won't find himself in every starting 11. Pep won't stand for that shit. You can't be doing that, mate. I love you in that end of the pitch. When he's collecting the ball off the back four, I don't trust him. I don't trust Cherky. Because he tries things. But that's not the area of the pitch where you try things. You try at that end. Go up the final third on the edge of their area. Yeah, mate, go for it. Go wild, mate. Do all your flicks and your tricks up that end. And if you give it away, we've got ample time, or you'd think we've got ample time to recover the situation. You can't be fucking about with it on the edge of our own box like that. And he had the opportunity, he held it up, and then he tried to go push the ball that side of a player, and he runs that side, but it got intercepted. Got to be careful. Gay man of the match for DS Ford isn't a bad shout. A lot of people shouted for him for the Anfield game, but I mean, what a signing he's proving out to be. He's been very good. He's been solid. Solid. 3 minutes of injury time. Is it injury time? Right, that's it, lads and lasses. Get your phones out. Take photos of them empty seats, because it's stoppage time. Oh, phone's down. I need a new phone, man. I'm still on iPhone 11, I think. Pro Max, or some shit like that. Old, that is, man. It's like fucking hanging on for its life. I used to get every new phone. Like, every time there's a new phone, I was like, I'm there. And then I realised it's a load of bollocks. But I think at this point, I need a new one, because it's like, struggling. Come on, lads. Clean sheet. Look at that. Kusanov as well. Has he just won that goal? Is that a goal kick? He says it is. Brilliant. At the pace. I love the high fives, man. I'm so pleased. Pingo says O'Reilly for man of the match. I don't think he played that well. I think I've just been notified. He has been named the man of the match as well. So he is officially the Man City man of the match, Pingo. So I think he was decent in occasions. Like, the goal was very good. The goal was brilliant. Like, what a finish as well. But I don't think he was at his best. I've seen O'Reilly play much better than this, in all honesty. But I certainly don't think he was bad. But Semenyo, can you chase that? Leno out and clears it. DS Ford, big up to you, mate. Thank you very much for the gifted memberships. 5 as well, mate. And Peer as well. You're not forgotten. I remember these kind things. that you guys are just very kind, and it goes a long way, and it's appreciated. Vector's enjoying it. We've got Raheem Sky Plays. I saw your comment before as well. You made a good comment. I can't remember what it was, but I remember the name Sky Plays. And Vector and Nicholas and Mini Hiptic as well. Big up to you guys. Come on. Come on. Clean sheet. Saved by Donnarumma. He's... Fucking hell, just bang my knee. Fucking shit game, this. I was about to talk really positively about Donnarumma. Now I hate him. Fucking right in the middle of the kneecap. Ball in, cleared. No! Oscar Bob! Piss off. No! No! Clear it, yes! Go on. There goes the full-time whistle. Nearly. Yeah, let's have a big hug. All the Donnarummas and the defenders. Look at it. Yes! Big hugs. Clean sheet. We needed that, man. It's not. I'm celebrating a clean sheet like it's not the first one we've had all season. We've been getting plenty of clean sheets this season. Plenty. But that result, man, following the Liverpool performance, that's big. Because it shuts down the 45-minute FC. It shuts down the idea that, oh, you perked yourself up for Liverpool, but how do you do against the lesser teams? Shuts that down immediately. And it squashes the goal difference gap between ourselves and Arsenal. What actually is it now, the goal difference? I know it's 3 points, and that's huge in itself. The actual point gap, which is obviously a big deal. Is that right? 5 goals behind them, or still? That doesn't sound right. My knee's fucking killing me. What the fuck did I do there? Put me in a bad mood. I just banged my knee. Sorry, clock. Apologies. Cade, you can definitely see how more unified and solid our defence is compared to last season. Brings me so much joy. Come on, City. Yeah. You're absolutely right. I agree. That the celebrations when they tackle, make a tackle, it's gone out for a corner or a goal kick. It's like Donnarumma comes out. The joy for defending. And I'm more of a defensive midfielder, but I love defending. I appreciate it as a footballer. And I think if you're a footballer and you enjoy attacking and you like your skills and your goal scoring and things like that, it's something that you just get. Like certain people who play football who are defenders and that their mind is defensively set. There is a joy to it that, you know, like Kevin De Bruyne said, he enjoys assisting more than scoring. And obviously, if you asked Haaland that same question, you'd get a very, very different answer. He much prefers scoring compared to assisting. Although Haaland's like way up there in assisting, but that's beside the point. Cade, you're absolutely right. The defenders seem to love it right now. They are thoroughly like engrossed and like they're embracing the art of defending with Donnarumma, Diaz, those two in particular, over the course of the season anyway. Those two have been the big two who've been like, anytime it's like something to defend, they've been giving it one of them and going curling. Do you know what I mean? They love it. Absolutely loving it. Kasanov, he doesn't seem to be the celebratory type, Kasanov, does he? But you can tell he loves it in here. It's like, I don't let it show. He doesn't let it show. He's very, like, emotionless, isn't he? Kasanov. I'd love to see Kasanov just, like, explode. Like, score a goal and, like, just take, like, all his clothes off or something. Just not like his underpants, just his shirt and his shorts, just to go wild. We've never seen Kasanov show any emotion. He's the most like simplistic, like everything is serious, get your job done and then go to bed. Wake up the next morning, get your job done, go to bed. That is Kasanov, man, and he's so effective. Like, what an effective player, but I would love to see a bit of emotion in him, like screaming. I'm not asking for him to take all his clothes off, just as that's one example of showing your emotion. I don't know what the point is I'm trying to make, to be honest. But I'm happy is the point, that the underlying point to all of that. But like, Kusanov for me got dropped today. Whether it wasn't for concussion protocol because he came off, he was on the bench. You can't even be on the bench if you're off for concussion reasons. I did feel it was a bit harsh to throw Diaz right in there. You know, Kusanov, I feel like, yeah, Diaz played really well today, by the way. He played very well. I just feel it's a bit harsh to drop him today. But he played very well. He played very well. When he came on, he put in some vital contributions. Diaz was solid throughout the whole game. Mark Gay was brilliant. Ryan Aït-Nouri was brilliant. Donnarumma didn't have much to do in the way of like saves that are like, you know, McAllister at Anfield type saves. But they were, you know, there's one at the end where he's like straight at him and he just goes, "Is that what all you got?" He was like swatting a fly. You know, like, get rid of that shit. Yeah, so really pleased with the back four, actually. And I think the midfield was, like, good. Nothing wrong with it. O'Reilly, lovely goal. I don't think he was actually at his best. And people are saying, like, he got man of the match today. I actually think Nico O'Reilly did play okay. Like, more than okay. I'd say good. But I think the goal speaks to a lot of his performance. And I actually think he's played better than that without scoring or assisting this season. Rodri was pretty, you know, he was solid, like pretty simple, nothing special there. Bernardo Silva was the same. Haaland looked good. Haaland looked up for it. Great goal. The finish was really good. Foden gets himself an assist. Pleased with that. Semenyo gets him. I can't think of an area where we can complain, really. That's great when you think about it. You think about all 11 players, it's like they all did good, really. They all did good. It's good. It's good. I'm so happy. Like, really, when you deep it, when you think about it, it's... Yeah, that was a real statement on top of a statement. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, the big statement was winning away at Liverpool. To back it up with a 3-0, very competent and comfortable 3-0 win. Against a Fulham side that posed a lot of problems, in particular at Old Trafford, where we struggled in recent times. Fulham were very unlucky to not get at least a point away at Old Trafford. There was no signs of Fulham causing the danger that they caused United at Old Trafford, especially in the second half. This was the second half where you thought you might see it. There was glimpses, they tried. Fulham came out in the second half with a bit more about them. There was definitely more threat there. I just felt like any time it became like a, you're in our area, we dealt with it. We dealt with it really, really well. And I don't think there was any like clear-cut one-on-ones. There was the one moment from Donnarumma where he gives it to Oscar Bob. Other than that, we didn't give them anything. We didn't give them an opportunity into the game. And how often have we done that this season where we've gifted opportunities for the opposition? So no gifts, pretty much a mistake-free performance, a very solid defensive performance as well, in particular in the second half. I would argue creatively, second half we sort of died a little bit. We obviously took all the eggs out of our basket, our attacking basket, and put them in our defensive basket in the second half, which you're 3-0 up. That's sensible. That's a normal thing to do, in fairness. I would just argue the old City side would probably go and get a fourth, maybe a fifth. Like the best version of our previous selves would probably go and win that game 4-5-0. But hey, let's not, look a gift horse in the mouth here, because that was a solid performance, backed up following the Liverpool game. 3-0. It's great. It's really good. And I would love that more than anything. Imagine Brentford by a miracle beats Arsenal tomorrow. I'd love it, mate. I would absolutely love it. It would be sensational. I do feel like if we get our job done, if we keep doing what we're meant to do, I believe this Arsenal side have got more cracks coming. I genuinely believe that. And if they go and win it from this point, Arsenal, then we have to take our hats off to them. We have to go, you deserve it. Because up until this point of the season, they deserve to be where they are. But where they are right now doesn't mean shit to where you are in May. Doesn't mean anything. Because we're City and this is what we do. We turn up at the end of seasons and we play to this ability. Even last season, when we were as bad as we were, we turned it round and started to play very good football at the end of the season. And we're doing it right now with big performances and big results, more importantly. The performances aren't, at the best of what we've set in previous years, but they're still getting the results. And you have to bear in mind, we need to show a little bit of understanding as a fan base that it's not just a case of reigniting the old ways, it's reinventing the old ways. It's a revolution of the old ways, because we're nothing like the old ways. We don't play that way anymore. It's far more direct, far more opportunistic, with moments in the games where it's like you almost admit, like, okay, we're going to be under the cosh a little bit, and we're going to have to defend. We did it in the second half against Fulham today. We did it the whole game pretty much at the Emirates, where we camped a lot and we defended and did a good bloody job. Arsenal had very little chances that were genuinely threatening, and so we gifted them a way back into that to equalise. We can't do that at the Etihad, mind you, against Arsenal. We need to have a little bit more forward thinking in that game. But we've been spending the whole season learning these new ways, these new tactics. We're playing through the middle with a very centralised formation. Sorry, throat's on its last legs. But the width is coming from our fullbacks. Not all the time. We've had Doku and Savinho providing genuine width on occasions, but it's not the common formation anymore. We do play through the middle. Even when we play those players that look like they might be playing out wide, we've had Cherki on the right and Doku on the left. They've tucked inside and become two inside number 10s and still getting the width from our fullbacks. So it's a totally new system. So you can't expect Pep to work those levels of miracles and go and guarantee ourselves a walk in the park Premier League season where we go and win it by 10 points. We're in a season where we are still arguably one, maybe two players away from saying that's the finished squad. That's like as good as it gets within complying with financial regulations and also making sure the squad's not too big. Finding that, I'd say you're an Anderson away or like a legit, some sort of, whether it be cover for Núñez as a fullback or an out-and-out fullback that's more like experienced in that right back role. To me, the idea of not being Núñez is an uncomfortable one right now, because Núñez is good. Like, he's been unbelievable this season. He's been so good, such a dependable right back for us. So ultimately, over this course of the season, there's going to be bumps in the road. We've experienced that. You just hope and pray two things: that we have found the formula that can be the formula from this point till the end of the season to go and win yourselves a run of games that you don't lose and you win 90% of the games till the end of the season from this point on, and you don't lose no more than one or two, and one of them maybe going into the Champions League if we get knocked out, whatever it may be. The other thing you want is a little bit of a crack in Arsenal's form, and there's not been much of that. There's been one or two moments when they locked that last minute winner at Villa, where they all crumbled. They fought back, man. They looked dejected. I thought that's when you saw Declan Rice like fall to his knees and like the other players, the Arsenal players, just collapsed when Villa won the game in stoppage time. They bounced back, in fairness to them, and they lost to United and they've bounced back. So they are definitely stronger than they have been in previous seasons. But I'm still not convinced, because they've not won it. They have to win the Premier League for me to say, okay, that's a mental strength that they've never shown before. Right now, it's not been seen. We haven't seen. They're now about to be tested. And it starts tomorrow night away at Brentford. So we'll see what they've got. I think they'll win. I think they'll beat them. But I still think there's a possible little moment. There's another moment. There's a little doorway suggesting it might open soon for City before the end of the season. But it all comes down to us making sure we do our job. Without that, it's meaningless. So great result. Great result today. Really good. Pleased with that. Very pleased. Pleased with you in the chat as well. Enjoyed it. Great result. Make sure you hit that like button. Player ratings in the morning. There's got to be some high scores in there. Not too many low ones. I don't think anyone really had a bad game, to be honest. Lots of positive vibes going into the player rating video tomorrow. Looking forward to it. Of course, we've got Salford coming up the weekend. Off to surgery, in a good mood. See you all next week. I hope it goes well, mate. I didn't see what it was you were having done, mate. I know it's a dentist work, but I hope it goes well. And I'll think about you, mate. I hope you have a good one. You can't have a good one. It's the dentist. There's no such thing. But, job done. 3 points. 3-0. 3 points behind Arsenal. Pressure on them. Over to you, Arsenal. Over to you. Let's see what you got, because Brentford away is not going to be easy. Tooth broken half, root left inside. Oh. 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 I hope you're all right, mate. I hope it goes well, mate. Switch off. Think about City, mate. When you're in the chair, think about City. That's what I do. I think about Sean Goater. That's normally my, distraction. Do you know, I can't go there. You know when you need to think of something when you don't want to do something? Men, I'm speaking to you. I think of Sean Goater, because that stops you. That distracts you from anything. You know what I mean? If you're about to do something and you don't want to. Sean Goater. That stops you. Straight away. Straight away. You know what I'm talking about. And it even works in the dentist chair. If you want a distraction, something positive to think about, Sean Goater. Just think about Sean Goater. And then you'll be like, Sean Goater, that's a good goal. Scored the 100th goal against United in the Manchester Derby, 3-1. Sean Goater. And then all of a sudden the surgery will be over and you'll be happy. It's all good. It's all good. Right, Blues. After that, take care. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy the 3 points. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't done so already. Subscribe if you're new. And see you in the morning for the player ratings. Big win, that. Big win. Buzzing.